13 huge EastEnders spoilers for Christmas episodes. What's coming up over the festive season? 1. Phil interrupts Sharon's wedding. Sharon and Keanu get ready for their wedding day, as she tries to mask her guilt over what she's hiding. At the church, Sharon is a vision in white as she walks down the aisle with Orby, as an emotional Keanu watches on. Just as Sharon and Keanu are about to say, "I do," Phil arrives. 2. Bernie threatens to expose Keanu. Bernie tries to put on a brave face as she wakes up alone at her house, with no electricity or heating. After an emotional call with Karen, Bernie pleads with Keanu to speak to Sharon so that their mum can come home. Keanu refuses and uninvites Bernie to the wedding, fearing that his involvement in Orby's kidnap will come to light if she does. Plucking up the courage, Bernie heads to number 55 and demands an audience with Phil. 3. Suki's exit plan backfires. Suki prepares to leave Walford but is stopped in her tracks by a surprise visitor. As Suki is about to leave the square behind forever, she receives a panicked phone call from Vinny, forcing her to return home. 4. Cindy and George grow closer. Anna and Gina join Cindy and the Beals for Christmas lunch. After learning George is on his own in the Vic making preparations for Keanu and Sharon's wedding reception, Cindy secretly heads there to invite him over for a drink. Elaine and Ian soon become jealous as Cindy and George take a trip down memory lane. Sensing Elaine's upset, George thinks on his feet and lies that he's booked her a romantic trip away in a hotel. 5. Jack tries to help Suki. Things are tense between Stacy and Jack as she collects Charlie. Jack later heads to the Panesar house to check on Suki, under false pretenses. However, Jack is the last person Suki wants help from and she dismisses him. 6. Jay gets a surprise message. The Mitchells receive a surprise video message from Lola, who reveals that Jay and Honey are both running the London Marathon next year. With Lola's words about family ringing true, Phil heads to the Vic. 7. The six come together. At the end of a difficult day, Denise, Kathy, Linda, Sharon, Stacy and Suki all seek solace in the Vic as they try to process the events of the day. The women all find themselves in the pub for different reasons, but none of them could have predicted what was about to happen. In a flash, their lives are permanently changed forever as a Walford male meets his fate in the Vic. 8. The six reel over recent events. In the aftermath of the shock events of Christmas Day, the six desperately try to deal with the fallout of what's happened. As the nightmare continues for the women later in the week, the residents of Walford try to come to terms with recent events. One Walford female overhears something she shouldn't and can't resist spreading the gossip far and wide. 9. Elaine gets a shock. As everyone continues to reel from the Christmas Day drama, Elaine tries to go back to the Vic to collect some overnight belongings. George manages to convince her otherwise as they unknowingly avoid the chaos that is unfolding inside. 10. Whitney struggles with her new responsibilities. Whitney is woken by Ashton's cries, after he's triggered by noises outside, and goes to console him. Tension later rises between Whitney and Zach, as he struggles to connect to Ashton. 11. Felix spots an opportunity. With some residents of the square still in turmoil, Felix capitalizes on another business misfortune. Felix plans to make some major Boxing Day profits at the Albert, but will all go to plan. 12. Sonia and Reese plan their next steps. Despite the chaos going on around them in the square, Sonia and Reese are feeling positive. They excitedly discuss their upcoming embryo transfer as they prepare to take the next step towards parenthood. 13. Elaine's plan backfires. Against Anna and Gina's advice, Elaine forges ahead with a plan to bring the residents of Albert Square together. But with emotions running high, things don't go to plan.
Xin chào các bạn đã quay trở lại với kênh Spoiler. Vừa rồi các bạn đã theo dõi một sản phẩm của